It's Indy Part 2. Okay, first one we got up is Prince of All Saiyans. He calls this the Toyota. Yeah, it's got something like a Toyota Super engine in it, and the taillights is like Toyota Super like, and it's a Lamborghini body. So I don't know. It's just but here I'm gonna show it off. It's called a Toygini Diapra. It's like Toyota. It's like a Lamborghini Diablo and a Toyota Supra mixed together somehow. So Toygini Diapra. Think it looks good in the back. I mean, the sides here. I think it looks pretty good in the front. I like these little individual headlights here. I don't know why. Of course, pop-up headlights are pretty good. I like the rims. This is a 1995 car. The back of it looks okay. It's just I feel like it's not horrible. It's just okay. So yeah, it's a good looking car. I think it's just I like the other ones better. I gave it 0 points for style, but not because but it's that horrible or anything like that. It's just that's just the score I gave it, because I made each point like by 3 points. You'll understand later. Anyway, let's go over the build of the car. Like I said, everything's 1995. Got corrosion resistant steel on panel and chassis, monocoque chassis, mid longitudinal engine placement, so it's mid engine. The wishbone front and rear. Kudos to Prince of All Saiyans for putting in a mid engine, or having a mid engine car with no crazy warning lights, because they usually oversteer. Now somebody else did a rear engine car and didn't have no warning lights, so I'm very impressed with that. Okay, this is an inline 6-cylinder, about 3 liters. Dual overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, cast iron block and head. No VVL. It's got 320 horsepower right at the maximum, with 305.8 foot-pound torque. Its engine reliability is 57.9. It's a 50.3 decibels. That's kind of noticeable. Okay, plus 9 quality on the internals, with the best internals you can get on there. So 7.41 compression ratio, 43 cam profile, VVT all cams. Ball bearing turbocharger. Multi-port fuel injection, performance intake, 87 octane, 14.6 fuel mixture, and 30 ignition timing, 7,400 RPM rev limiter. High flow 3-way with a straight through and a second muffler. Thought about giving it a listen, but once you get used to hearing these engines, you kind of know what they sound like. Okay, 0 to 62 in 5.1 seconds. It's got 19.5 miles per gallon. It's got the highest safety of 59.5, I believe. I'll check my notes in a minute. Practicality of 19.8. Comfort of 4.0. Trim reliability of 54.9. They're all supposed to be rear-wheel drive, which this one is. Manual 5-speed. Automatic locker. Sports compounds with 255s in the front, 350 in the rear, so it's like 45-40 aspect ratios. 17-inch rims. Steel rear material with +2 quality. Let's see if I missed something here. No, I didn't miss nothing there. Was there any plus quality on any other engine parts I might have missed? Nope. So what was that? Brakes. Vented disc front and rear, 2-piston front and rear, and 14 inches front and rear. Okay, 59 pad type. Fully clad with cooling flaps. Handmade. Oh, this is luxurious. Handmade luxury with a luxury CD. 2-seaters. Variable hydraulic, traction control with ABS, advanced 90s safety. It's hyper pneumatic suspension springs with the twin tube dampeners and semi-active sway bars. Its cost was $200 under budget, $74,800. So my notes on this car is it did the best in safety and did the worst in practicality. So that was all of that one. Let's see here. Our new contestant, Sheila Motors. Sheila Motors did the worst in the price, but did the best in trim reliability and engine reliability. I gave her a 6 on style. I like this one the second best. So let's look at it. Oh man, we gotta go back and look at the colors on that Twigini. Maybe I'll remember after this one. I guess it sort of looks like a Noble, like a British car. I don't know. Yeah, this is the rear engine car. It's got a Porsche type fender. What do you call that? I forgot. Well, tell. These little circles right here sort of reminds me of the Viper prototype that they used in the show Viper. It was called the Defender. Maybe I'll try and make a replica of that car. This one's called the 125. Yeah, I like it and everything like that. Called the engine MJR ZZ. It also sort of reminds me, I said it was like a Noble. Got like a Porsche tail fin on it. It's got something like a Mazda. No, it wasn't a what engine? Yeah, it's got something like a Mazda type engine with 125 horsepower only. But this is a very light car. So it also reminds me of a Lotus. Add quickness by adding lightness is their motto. So, let's go over some stuff with this car. It's right on the budget, $75,000. Comfort 4.9 points. Safety is 43.9. Practicality is 22.3. Trim reliability is 68.8. 22.2 miles per gallon. And the build of it. Fiberglass panel material. Carbon fiber chassis material. Rear longitudinal. Push rod in the rear. Wash rod in the front. Aluminium block and head. It's a Boxer 4. It's got like a Subaru engine. Well, no, it could be a Porsche too. I don't know. No, Porsches use like the 6 cylinders. Subarus use some of the 6 cylinders, but this is a mixture of different cars to me. It's a 1.8 liter pushrod 2 valve. Built all the best internals plus saving quality. 9.8 to 1 compression ratio, 60 on the cam profile, plus 7 quality on the cam. Natural aspirated multi-port fuel injection performance intake. 86.9 octane is almost 87. 20.5 on the fuel mixture and 100 on the Eastern timing, plus 7 quality on this stuff right here, and 7,400 RPMs. Long tubular headers, dual exhaust, high flow 3-way with baffled muffler, plus 7 quality. All the engine reliability of 63.4. It's 125 horsepower, 125.2 with 126.6 foot-pound torque. Its loudness is quieter, 40.5. Okay, rear-wheel drive manual 5-speed, 0 to 62 in 5.9 seconds. Automatic lockers. Sports compound, 175 on front, 215 rear, 70 front, 55 on rear, and 17-inch rims. Magnesium +1 quality, magnesium rims. Vented disc, one piston, 11 inches front and rear, 42 pad type. Okay, nothing special there. 2-seater sport interior with basic set. It's a 1994 model. I forgot to mention that. No power steering. I guess with a car this light, you can get away with it without setting any warning lights on. Traction control with ABS. I'm eating a Reese cup. Standard 90 safety. Progressive adaptive passive sway bars. And let's look at the colors before I forget it. We gotta go back to Prince of All Saiyans. This is Lehman. I doubt that aluminum, carbon, and chrome is the colors. Let's try lead bullet. Yeah. And this is what colors call it. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. This is called brass bullet. That looks pretty good. I would say this or lemon. I think lemon's my favorite on this car. Alright. I'll go ahead and say that I've calculated all the points up. Now it's probably going to come down to how the car drives and what the lap time is. But I'm going to predict that Wall is going to win this challenge. Who knows? Can somebody possibly come from behind and win this thing? But so far, Wall has the most points on the automation side. So he's going back to Prince of All Saiyans, because we're going to check his colors out. Oh my, this black is called Depressed Emo Teen. Depressed Emo Teen Black. This one's called Ferrari Kinda Red. That's a good looking color on this car. I think I like black better on it. Cindy's Frilly Panties. No, just no. I mean, the color's good, but the name, no, come on, man. Glacier Blue. Yeah, these are cool colors. This one's just called Pretty Cool Color. I like the red, but I'm not really a red person. But I like the black better. I think black was the good choice on this car. All right, next is Camel Factor. Very, very different design choices. Rear engine, mid engine, and two front engines. So this is a front engine. Camel Factor did the worst in miles per gallon and comfort, and he didn't do the best in anything. But he's not losing in this challenge. He's not last place. So on style, I gave Camel Factor a 0. I'm sorry, I said that Prince of All Saiyans is a 0, no, but he's actually 3 points on the style. Looks like a Dodge in the front end. Whoa, it sort of looks like a Viper. It's interesting. Till you get to the side there. I like the way it looks and everything like that. This is called the Adzam. Now, probably didn't think I noticed this, but Adzan spelled backwards is Mazda. People's got to come up with better names, I guess. That's alright. Yeah, very 90s looking, but all these cars look very 90s looking. The engine, he calls it VTEC, yo. Fantastic. Alright. So, statistics here. Comfort is 2.2. Safety is 51.7. Practicality is 26.1. True reliability is 60.4. 19.3 miles per gallon. And I really appreciate that you went under budget. Two cars did. This one and Walls. Walls was the cheapest. This one's $64,200. So I gave you 10.8 points for that. Alright. Let's see here. This is a 1995 model. It's steel monocoque steel. Longitudinal. Double wishbone front. Multi-link in rear. This is a pretty normal car, I would think. 269.1 horsepower is just right below that Japanese gentleman's agreement with 255 foot-pound torque. Foot-pound torque. Probably shouldn't say anything. Maybe nobody would have noticed. Anyway, it's a 60-degree V6 cast iron block iron head. It's a 3.7 liter V6. Dual overhead cam with 4 valves per cylinder. Its engine reliability is 60.7. Loudness is 55.1. .86 octane. I guess he did that so he wouldn't go over the limit, horsepower limit. That's a pretty good size V6 too. Forged steel crank and the best connecting rods and pistons. +6 quality on that. 9.11 compression ratio, 27 cam profile with a VVL of 39. I got the hiccups now. VVT all cams. Natural aspirated multi-port fuel injection per cylinder. Performance intake. 12.7 on fuel mixture, 100 on ignition timing, 7,000 rev limiter. +5 quality there. Race tubular, dual exhaust, high flow 3-way, and a straight through muffler, +5 quality on there. Let's look at the colors here. This is called 90s teal. This is called boring red. Yeah, looks alright. But red, you can just about get any color car with red on it. This is called burnt orange. Burnt orange. It's almost like a brown, but darker orange. Eye burning blue. Kind of burns my eyes a little bit. That's called trim color and wheel color, so we're not going to look at that. Let's go back to 90s teal. That was a popular color in the 90s. My uncle had an Oldsmobile with it was teal. It was an 88 Oldsmobile. The model was 88, but the actual car year was like 90 something, like 96 or something like that. I can't remember. Okay, rear-wheel drive, manual 6-speed. 5.3 from 0 to 62. Automatic lockers. Sports compound with 230s in the front, 255s in the rear, so it's 50 front, 45 in the rear, 17-inch rims, steel rims, +5 quality, +5 quality on that. 2-piston, vented disc in the front, 14 inches, front and rear, and 1 piston in the rear. 53 pad type. Okay, nothing special there. 2-seater, handmade. Interior with luxury seating. Oh, this is kind of like a luxury model. Variable hydraulic. Traction, it has ABS and advanced 90s safety. I suspect that the reason is that the reason for the luxury and stuff like that is to add a weight, cut down on wheel spin. So hydro pneumatic springs with twin 2 dampness and sway bars, passive sway bars. Alright. So the final car is Wahl. Wahl did the best in price, miles per gallon, practicality, and comfort. But he also did the worst in most things, which was 56. Trim reliability was 56.7. Okay, he did the worst in trim reliability, engine reliability, and safety. This is called the Chroma Key. He's actually got a hatchback. I'm actually going to do a hatchback challenge probably after this. I think I will. Well, I appreciate that you really done this under budget. You've done this in just $52,100, so I gave you 22.9 points for that. Here it is. Screen. The front end sort of reminds me of a some sort of Chevrolet car, like a Sonic or a Spark or something like that. It's been really riced up. Oh, about missed that. I didn't see that. Wow. Got those flames on there. Tiny brakes looks kind of funny to me. It's probably normal. I like his sport thing in the back. I like how he did each individual taillight. Oh, you're teaching me some things about design. Looks like some sort of matte black rims or flat black. Like the accents on door handles too. So let's check this car out. It's 8.8 comfort points, 42.3 safety. Trim reliability is 56.7. Practicality is 41.1. Miles per gallon is 31.2. Pretty impressive. Just it seems like you always get the lowest in trim reliability and engine reliability, but you're leading so far in the points here. So let's go to the build. Aluminium monocoque carbon fiber front longitudinal double wishbone front and rear. This is a 2.2 liter inline 4 aluminium head and block. Dual overhead cam valve, 4 valves per cylinder. It's got a loudness of 69.3. Oh, that's really ricey. 44.1 reliability. 220. What's that? My screen froze. 220 horsepower even. 163.7 foot-pound torque. Forged steel, lightweight forged. 9.7 to 1 pressure ratio, 40 on cam profile, 85 on VVL, VVT all cams. I'd say this is a proper Honda engine. Injection is multi-port fuel injection, race intake, 14 fuel mixture, 53 ignition timing, and I see he's got an 87 octane. Alright, 8,000 RPM rev limiter. Race tubular with high flow 3-way and straight through exhaust. It's rear-wheel drive, manual 6-speed, 0 to 62 in 5.6 seconds. Sports compound with 200 in front, 205 in the rear, just slightly bigger in the rear. 17-inch rims, steel rims. 50 disc, 2 piston in the front, it's 9 inches. A vented 1 piston, 7 inches on the rear, 63 pad type, plus 1 quality on the brakes. Downforce with after wing cooling flaps. It's a 4-seater with a sport interior basic cassette. Variable hydraulics power steering with traction control and ABS. It's basic 90s safety. After sport, gas ball tube, dampeners, and passive sway bars. Let's check out the colors right real quick. And that's it. Alright. I'll see everybody in the driving video.